You definitely don't want to miss this episode. Mill is struggling to keep going, carrying Willoughby's spirit with him. But when he got off work at night and saw the billboard parting with flames in the distance, he immediately pulled over. In the glow, Mill looked like a lunatic trying to save the billboard. With the fire extinguisher, his efforts were vain. The third billboard was fragile like melted cheese. He plunged into the flames. "Don't worry, I'm here to save you." All his efforts against the flames felt as futile as a child battling waves. This scene finally laid bare Mill's vulnerability. He's no invincible warrior. Just an ordinary yet bold woman, lost in the battle after losing her daughter. Even with near superhuman strength, she couldn't reverse this disaster. The fire was like a relentless feeder, devouring all. Mill's protests and persistence vanished in the flames. The burning billboard symbolized Mill's anger and protests going up in smoke. Just as Sheriff Willoughby passed away, talk about coincidence. In Mill's heart, the police department is the villain, and now its billboard is burning too. Meanwhile, the recently fired Dixon was daydreaming about rejoining the police department. But his dreams come crashing down. A colleague called. Turns out one of the 3 letters Willoughby left behind was meant for him, like a VIP pass. His colleague reminded him to swing by the station after work. While returning the station's keys, in the dead of night, Dixon came by with a flashlight to claim his letter, which contained earth-shattering secrets. While Dixon was absorbed in the letter, a shadow appeared in the building across the police station. No one had any idea this was actually Mel. He dialed the police station's number. Yet, despite the phone ringing twice, there was still no answer. Even on the 3rd attempt, the silence persisted, confirming the diagnosis. The station was utterly unoccupied. After verifying that the police station was completely deserted, he resolutely sprang into action, as if sensing a soft whisper calling out to him from behind. Deep down, Dixon felt the letter's hidden message, completely oblivious to the fireworks outside the station. Until the last flaming screen flew into the police station, only then did he realize the station was engulfed and a disaster trouble was brewing. He was at the station, but also in his head, with panic all around him like a bad sitcom. The station was ablaze, and in a panic, he spotted Angela's file on the table, like discovering a superhero's artifact. Sheriff Willoughby's greatest regret. Dixon extinguished flames, stuffed the file, escaping like a secret agent. He ignored his own safety, rushing to store the file in a safe place. A passing man caught this heroic act, as if he were saving the world. The moment Mill spotted the file, he was shocked not only because of the mix-up with Dixon, but also realizing it was someone he once saw as in police arrived quickly, and one of the men had harbored a crush on Mill for a long time. He started lying to help clear her name. He spun an elaborate tale to the new sheriff, claiming that Mill had been with him all night. Such an entertaining performance. The new sheriff, utterly clueless, seemed to be taken in by his fantastic story. Mill was ruled out as a suspect, but Dixon was severely burned, looking like a human cotton candy being rolled into the ward. Coincidentally, his roommate was the advertising shop owner he had battered. Initially, the owner didn't recognize him and kindly asked if he wanted some orange juice. Upon witnessing the kindness displayed by his immediate supervisor, he couldn't help but feel a profound surge of regret, with tears spontaneously bursting from his eyes, making him look exactly like a character straight out of a comic strip. But once he calmed down, he awkwardly hobbled over to pour a glass of orange juice. What a twist. He even sweetly adjusted the straw for Dixon to easily reach it. That juice became a symbol of reconciliation. This orange juice represented forgiveness, and that tiny gesture felt like spring breaking the ice. Shattered Dixon's heart wall, realizing violence, hate lead to loneliness. True strength lies in understanding, compassion. Not everyone fights fire with fire, and not every victim craves revenge. The world's crazy, yet tender tears fall. He then realized true strength, choosing kindness despite pain. After discharge, Dixon went to a bar, only to hear a guy boast about killing a girl, matching his daughter's case. Although his inner fury was on the brink of explosion, Dixon maintained his cool, stealthily exiting the bar while jotting down the guy's plate. What a potential undercover. Then, he circled back and pretended to perform magic, scratching the guy's face with his nails like he was practicing acrobat. Unfortunately, he was smashed to the ground, and bruised. Dixon returned home, ignoring his mother's concern and dashing straight into the bathroom, carefully scraping off the man's skin tissue with a small knife. It was like performing delicate surgery. This guy had skills of a surgeon. The next day, he rushed to Mel, excitedly showing that this guy might just be the killer. It felt like discovering a new continent. He urged her not to give up, looking at injured Dixon, softened Mel's heart, as if a glimmer of hope appeared. His voice was low yet resolute, and in that moment, they crossed the chasm of hatred, achieving mutual redemption. It was truly touching. After parting from Mel, Dixon headed to the station with the samples he'd collected, and the chief praised his efforts. But Dixon didn't care. After some digging, it turned out that guy was not the killer. With a dramatic twist. He was in Iraq during the crime, making it impossible for him to commit it. Yet, Dixon knew. Even if he wasn't the murderer in this case, he was definitely a rotten villain. He deserved legal consequences, but the chief was powerless, leaving Dixon dejected as he returned home. After a long period of contemplation, he glanced at his elderly mother, finally halting his actions as if making a tough decision. He relayed this disappointing news to Mel, and upon hearing the outcome, her heart sank, as if all hope had vanished into thin air. So, whatever he did, I knew it was all right. Here's such a bond. Sorry, I took away your hope. It's okay, let's do this again. At least I have one hope a day, and that beats my bedtime for sure. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel.